Hey, this is Steve Eimers. This is how to report a damaged guardrail and a number of different things in the state of Utah. I have been very, very impressed as I have started looking through Utah. For comparison, Iowa is slightly smaller in population than the state of Utah, and I am doing research on NHTSA confirmed fatalities involving guardrail ends. And the state of Utah from 2016 to 2020 has had five end terminal involved deaths, while the state of Iowa had 14 in that same time period. And I think that the reason that Utah had fewer deaths is culture. And I don't mean religious, I mean they value they value doing it right. Um, and so I ended up, Utah and Maine, they're tough to find damaged stuff, but I found one here. This was in Grantville, Utah, and you can see it's a Trinity ET plus. There's some damage down at the bottom here. The post one is fractured and the head is detached from the system. It's askew. It's been that way for about 4 or 5 years. I do think there was a previous fatal incident at this location. I don't know for certain because the NHTSA data, um, it's useful, but NHTSA data is just, um, NHTSA's a clown show. I don't know how else to put it. Their FARS data is just pathetic. It's just pathetic. But anyways, you have to register with Click and Fix, which is a really neat. I'll click over to that page real quick. Citizen relationship management software. So I registered. I picked out where my location was, and I hit Guardrail, and I filled out, added an image, and I'll go back to the contact sheet. And finally, I added the image. My request was submitted already, but it's a Trinity ET Plus. I described it. One thing that Utah is very good at doing is helping you pinpoint down exactly where the guardrail is located. So, one, you want them to find it, and two, being out on the roadside and trying to. This is a left median. This is a on the left in the median on the interstate. Getting to that location is dangerous for everyone involved. So we want to let them know exactly where the guardrail is. And I'd really encourage you to take a look at the contact program here at Utah, even if you don't live in Utah. If you do live there, you find a piece of damaged equipment, please report it. There was a recent spearing incident in Utah involving a previously damaged piece of equipment. It resulted in critical injuries. And people say, well, what difference does one make? My daughter was not speared by 1,000 guardrails. She was speared by one. And so if we can get one guardrail fixed, we can save the world for potentially that entire family or that individual impacting the guardrail. So shout out to Utah. What an incredible program they're running out there. Some really neat asset management stuff. And it's showing in the number of deaths on the roadside. We can make it to this idea of Vision Zero, but it's going to take a commitment like what we're seeing in the state of Utah.